Believing in your power to create change is the foundation of every remarkable journey. It begins with the understanding that your life is shaped not only by circumstances, but by the choices you make every single day. Barack Obama's message often reminds people that progress is not something delivered from the outside. It is something built from within. When you believe in your ability to make a difference, you unlock a mindset that pushes you beyond excuses, fear, and self-doubt. This belief does not require perfection or extraordinary talent. It requires commitment. It means showing up even when the path is uncertain and trusting that each step forward, no matter how small, contributes to the bigger picture of who you are becoming. Many people underestimate themselves because they focus on their limitations, but believing in your own power shifts your attention toward possibilities. You start seeing opportunities where others see obstacles, and you develop the courage to take actions that align with your goals and values. This belief also empowers you to use your voice, your ideas, your experiences, your unique story, to bring something meaningful into the world. Obama's message encourages individuals to stop waiting for the right moment or for external approval, because change never starts with perfect timing. It starts with the decision to try. When you embrace this mindset, you become more resilient. Challenges no longer feel like dead ends, but like stepping stones that prepare you for the next level of growth. Every effort you make, every skill you learn, and every risk you take strengthens your confidence. Over time, you begin to realize that the only real limits are the ones you accept. Believing in your power to create change also inspires others around you. Your determination becomes a spark that motivates people to reflect on their own potential. When you move forward with purpose, you lift others by example. This ripple effect shows that change does not require massive influence. It simply requires action rooted in belief. Whether you aim to improve your life, support your community, or chase a dream that feels distant, everything begins with the conviction that you can shape your own story. The moment you believe in yourself, you take control of your future and open the door to possibilities far greater than you imagined. Hard work is the bridge between dreams and achievement, and it often matters far more than natural talent. Barack Obama's message repeatedly emphasizes that success is built through consistent effort, rather than relying solely on innate ability. Talent may give you a head start, but without dedication it quickly fades. Hard work, on the other hand, compounds over time, shaping your discipline, sharpening your abilities, and strengthening your mindset. When you commit to working hard, you train yourself to push through obstacles with determination instead of frustration. You learn that improvement is always possible, and that even small progress made daily leads to significant transformation. Hard work teaches you patience because it shows that real success is rarely instant. It requires perseverance, especially in moments when motivation is low, results are slow, or challenges seem overwhelming. Those who continue to show up despite setbacks eventually surpass those who rely only on talent. Effort builds character because it forces you to face difficulties, adjust your approach, and grow stronger from each experience. When you put in the work, you gain not only skill but confidence, the kind that comes from knowing you earned every step forward. Obama's message encourages people to embrace the grind, to understand that opportunities favor those who prepare, and that mastery comes from relentless practice. Hard work also creates habits that support long-term success. By pushing yourself consistently, you develop discipline that carries into every part of your life. You become more focused, more dependable, and more aware of what truly matters. These habits ensure that when challenges arise, you are mentally and emotionally ready to face them. Another powerful aspect of hard work is that it separates intention from action. Many people want success, but only those willing to put in the effort achieve it. Hard work gives you ownership of your journey, making your achievements far more meaningful because you know how much you invested to reach them. It also reminds you that success is not a competition against others, It is a commitment to becoming better than you were yesterday. Even when others doubt your potential, your consistent effort becomes the proof of what you can accomplish. In the end, hard work empowers you to overcome limitations, turn weaknesses into strengths, and build a life defined by progress rather than excuses. It ensures that no matter where you start, you have the power to shape your future. Talent may open a door, but hard work is what keeps it open and leads you to the success you truly desire. Failure is one of the most powerful teachers in life, and Barack Obama often reminds people that it should never be seen as the end of the road, but rather the beginning of a new and stronger journey. Every successful person you can think of has encountered setbacks, disappointments, and mistakes along their path. Yet they rose above those moments because they understood that failure carries lessons that success cannot teach. When you fail, you gain insight into what doesn't work, which allows you to refine your strategy, adjust your mindset, and approach your goals with greater clarity. Failure forces you to examine your weaknesses, confront your fears, and develop resilience, the inner strength that helps you stand tall even when life tries to knock you down. Instead of being discouraged, those who grow learn to interpret failure as feedback. It is information, not a final judgment. It shows you where you need to improve and pushes you to think creatively, work smarter, and stay focused on your mission. When you embrace failure as a part of the process, you remove the fear that holds so many people back. Fear of making mistakes is often the biggest barrier to taking action. Obama's message encourages people to step forward even when the outcome is uncertain because progress requires courage. You cannot discover your true potential if you are unwilling to take risks or try new things. Failure builds emotional toughness by teaching you to handle disappointments without giving up. Each time you rise after a setback, you become more confident in your ability to face challenges. You begin to understand that falling down is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you are trying, learning, and growing. Another powerful aspect of failure is the humility it brings. It reminds you that success is not guaranteed and that you have to earn it through consistent effort. This humility keeps you grounded, focused, and appreciative of your progress. Failure also creates opportunities for reinvention. Sometimes the path you thought was right turns out not to be, and failure redirects you towards something better aligned with your strengths and purpose. Many breakthroughs in life are born from moments when plans didn't work out as expected, pushing you to explore new directions. Ultimately, failure is only permanent if you stop trying. Those who succeed are not the ones who never fall. They are the ones who keep standing back up, smarter and stronger each time. By viewing failure as the beginning of success rather than the end, you empower yourself to pursue your goals fearlessly. You learn to trust the process, value your growth, and recognize that every setback is preparing you for a greater comeback. Service to others is one of the most meaningful principles Barack Obama often emphasizes, because it shapes not just your own life, but the world around you. When you choose to help others, you begin to understand that true fulfillment comes from contributing to something greater than yourself. Serving others does not always require grand gestures. Sometimes it is as simple as offering support, sharing kindness, or using your abilities to make someone else's path a little easier. This mindset builds a deep sense of purpose, reminding you that your actions have the power to influence lives in ways you may never fully realize. When you serve with sincerity, you create a ripple effect. Your effort inspires others to step up, creating a chain of positive impact that continues long after your initial act. Service also develops qualities that define strong character. It nurtures empathy, helping you see the world through different perspectives and understand the struggles others face. This understanding shapes you into a more compassionate and grounded person. Instead of living only for personal achievements, you begin to value connection, unity, and responsibility. Obama's message often highlights that leadership is not about authority or status. It is about lifting people up, supporting your community, and using your strengths for the common good. When you serve with humility, you show that greatness is not measured by what you take, but by what you give. Another powerful aspect of service is that it keeps you connected to reality. It reminds you that no matter how successful you become, you are still part of a larger society, and your well-being is intertwined with the well-being of others. Serving others can bring clarity to your purpose, especially during times when life feels uncertain or overwhelming. Helping someone else often brings perspective, showing you that even small actions can carry immense value. It shifts your mindset from focusing on problems to focusing on solutions, from insecurity to gratitude, from isolation to connection. Service also strengthens communities. When people come together to support one another, they build trust, cooperation, and hope. This unity becomes the foundation for progress, whether it is in families, neighborhoods, workplaces, or nations. Obama frequently reminds people that society thrives when individuals choose to care, contribute, and take responsibility for making their environment better. The more you give, the more you grow, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. In the end, service to others is not just an act, it is a way of living. It shapes your character, strengthens your purpose, and reminds you of the impact one person can make. By choosing to help others, you create a meaningful legacy that continues to inspire long after your actions are done. Courage is the foundation of every dream, and Barack Obama often highlights that meaningful progress happens only when you are willing to step outside your comfort zone. Comfort feels safe, predictable, and easy, but it never leads to growth. Dreams require you to challenge yourself, to face uncertainty, and to take bold steps even when fear whispers that you are not ready. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite it. When you choose courage, you open doors to opportunities you would never experience if you stayed in the same place, repeating the same routines. Every great achievement in history came from someone who dared to try, who believed that what seemed impossible could become reality through determination and bold action. Courage is essential because dreams often demand sacrifices. They require long hours, hard work, and the willingness to fail along the way. Many people quit not because they lack talent, but because they seek comfort more than growth. Obama's message encourages people to embrace discomfort as a sign that they are on the right path. Growth always feels unfamiliar because you are stepping into new territory, discovering new strengths, learning new skills, and developing resilience. When you take risks, you build a deeper understanding of what you are capable of, and you push your limits in ways that transform you. Courage teaches you that you don't need to have everything figured out to begin. You just need the willingness to take the first step. Another powerful aspect of courage is that it helps you silence doubt, both your own and the doubt coming from others. People may tell you that your dreams are unrealistic or too big, but their doubts reflect their limits, not yours. When you stand firm in your vision, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than the opinions around you. You learn to trust your instincts and follow your path with confidence. Every act of courage makes you braver for the next challenge. Over time, you realize that fear loses power when you face it instead of running from it. Courage also inspires others. When people see you taking bold steps, they begin to believe that they, too, can rise above their comfort zones. Your bravery becomes a source of motivation and leadership. In the end, courage shapes your identity. It turns dreams into actions and actions into achievements. It helps you create a life that reflects your deepest goals rather than your deepest fears. When you choose courage over comfort, you choose growth, progress, and a future filled with possibilities far greater than anything staying safe could ever offer.